What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. All right, so I finally got it in.
What's up, baby? Take me out to dinner.
Hey, yo!
I got my replacement throttle body for the Integra, because as you guys might have seen or heard, my eBay budget one has not been doing so good.
It sucks. Sucks! It does. I'm serious. It's that bad.
I mean, when I drive, it's okay. It's just when I stop, it idles super high. And also, it's something that's really troublesome and bothersome as well. Something that I was not expecting, but is expected from something budget, so I can't really be down or feel disappointed. Now, if I had a name brand one and I was getting these issues, I will definitely be feeling some type of emotional, feeling, as in, aggravated or mad, because it should not be doing that. Maybe sticking, but not doing that to that extent. And I know it has to be the throttle body because I already went through 3 TPSs. So it has to be the throttle body. I've seen some weird data when I've been on the K Pro. So it has to be the throttle body. I don't know what else it could be. Granted, I do not have a Hall effect TPS, but I don't think that really matters. Hall effect TPS are way better, especially for K series with the vibration over time. They don't get as damaged or worn out versus a conventional K series TPS. But yeah, nonetheless, let's go ahead and start comparing them a little bit. I'm also going to later down, I'm going to be comparing the new throttle body from Ktuned with the current one, the eBay one, and then obviously with the first gen or the first one that I bought from Ktuned. So let's start, comparing and talking about it. All right, so I got this nice little spot here to talk to you guys, which is actually the roof of the EG, which is very ironic, but got it right here nonetheless. We have my first Ktuned throttle body, and it's crazy how I still have the box. And all these years you can see is already ruined. And when I bought it was from eBay, from an eBay seller, so you can see a lot of the eBay wrapper. But nonetheless, it's an original, genuine Ktuned throttle body. And then on my right, we got the new one, which, by the way, I actually spent a little bit more on this. I think I got it for $160 at that time, maybe $150. I don't think it surpassed $170. And then this one, I got it for about $150 with the tax and all, but it was, I think, marked at like $140. So it's not bad. That's the newer version that they have. This is roughly about maybe 6 years of since its release, if I'm not mistaken. And then this one, I believe, is 3 to 4 years. So as in here is the current part number if you're getting yourself a 70mm throttle body, and then obviously a bolt-ons to these intake manifold. That's the pattern. And then here we got the Ktuned one. You guys can see has a lot of options as well. I also needed a adapter plate because it did not bolt on directly to the RBC. I'm guessing based off what I was reading, this one should bolt on directly to the RBC, just the same as the cheap eBay one, but it has the mechanism very similar to this style right here. So before unboxing, I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking. So here we got the EG, got the Ktuned, I guess you can say D1 or the 6-7 year release ago throttle body. I haven't had no issues with this throttle body. It might have been sticking at the beginning, but I also had a throttle cable problem, so I ended up getting the correct length and it kind of fixed the issue. So I don't really blame the throttle body. I give the blame to the cable. So here we have it. I mean, you guys can see it's already packed and then installed with lock-off plates and stuff like that, but we have it here. I have an adapter plate as well, and that's the only way I was able to mount it to the RBC. And you can see it does have all your ports here for your map, purge valve. As you can see, we have the map here, and purge valve blocked off because I'm not running this on the EG. TPS obviously, and then the IAC at the bottom allows you as well. Here is the mechanism, you guys can see, and I'm going to be showing you, comparing you. As you can see in there, very similar to these eBay knockoff one. So let's go to the Integra so I can show you what I'm talking about. So the only issue is, other than it looks very similar, so which by the way, I'll be doing a comparison with the new one so you guys can see. It has the pattern here as I believe the new Ktuned throttle body, and it looks very identical to both of them. And you guys can see here, very identical mechanism. The spring is questionable because it's very cheap, and all this right here is questionable as well. The idle, I guess, like adjuster, and I'm guessing the mechanism inside with the, like, because I believe it has like a little bearing inside. It's very faulty because when I drive, it drives beautifully. You know, it's just when I get to light, idle super high. So I thought at first it might have been my TPS, but this is a third TPS. And granted, these are your conventional K-Series TPS, which you want to go with a Hall effect one because of the vibration over time, it'll mess it up. But that's something that I'll probably upgrade to, maybe a Ktuned one, very nice, or an Acuity one because they offer a Hall effect. You guys can see in there at the bottom, you also have the IAC as well. Purge valve, which I am running it on the Integra, and then obviously your map. But very identical when it comes to cosmetics and look, not similar when it comes to QC quality control inspection. So you guys can see in there, very similar in designs and look. But obviously this is a cheaper, you know, 50-50 might work good, might not. Overall, driving wise, it drives really nice. It's just when I get to light. So if that doesn't bother you too much, then by all means, if you get a defective one, then, you know, go ahead and run it. You know, it's just hit and miss. You know, they always have gaps. They stick a little bit. Luckily mine, I don't want to say sticking, but it's binding or something's wrong where it's not reading correctly or allow me to adjust the TPS to get better, I guess, calibration. At first, when I first got it, I was allowing me to get decent calibration, but over time I recalibrated it because obviously got the cartoon and I messed with the throttle body, and after that it was just pretty much downhill. It never really calibrated to what I had it set before, so that's why I thought it was a TPS, but it was not. So far I'm going with that. It's not the TPS. I don't think it's the IAC either. The IAC, when it idles, you know, when I started out, it idles pretty good. It's just when I drive it, put it under load. So I'm not sure what's going on. It's just I know when I put it under load. Could try maybe changing some couple things up, but I don't know. So far I'm going with that, and you know, I don't know. It's just something. It's a rabbit hole. But here, you know, I haven't had no issues, so decided to once again go with trusty Ktuned for my TB issues. Right, so we went ahead and took it off. You always get a little nice sticker with it. Obviously, you want that 10 extra horsepower. It doesn't hurt you or your bill. It's really nice. You get your bracket, the bolts, which is nice. And something that I noticed from this one did not come with a thermal gasket. It came with the paper ones, and this one actually gives you and comes with thermal gasket, so that's pretty cool. And then also you got your hardware and block off, if anything, for the TV, so it's pretty cool. You got all your stuff, MPT plugs, all that in there. They throw it in there. So this one brings the same thing. If you do find this part number, just I don't think it brought this. I had the paper version, which I am running, but over time they kind of stick and then it's kind of a pain to remove. All right, better camera angle so I can have two hands on the TV. So we have it right here. Very nice design, very identical to both of them. So that's what I'm saying. Maybe the bolt pattern's the same as the budget one on the Integra, but nonetheless, this right here, it is the same. And I also noticed that, you know, like when you go to Ktuned website, they do have stuff that didn't pass quality control. By quality control, it could be something that is not functional, but maybe cosmetic. And I'm not sure if this is one of them, because obviously we have a little, I guess you can say a little nick in here, which maybe it could have been discounted. So maybe I got it for a little bit more than what Ktuned would have sold. That's why I got it cheap. Who knows? But nonetheless, it's not going to hurt it. It's not going to do anything to it. The butterfly, I see the flap is completely sealed. There's no light going through it. Unlike when you get the budget ones. When you get the Ktuned one, it has the engraved Ktuned and then the size of the throttle body as well. And they're very similar to the other one as well. The only thing I noticed that it changes cosmetic wise is Now, this is also cast. It's probably a little bit maybe of the look. Obviously, this is a newer design or newer version. Obviously, the part number, but the this one right here, this mechanism for the throttle cable looks very similar to the stock one. Looks very similar to the stock one. Also, the idler, I guess adjustment, they put it at the bottom, which I'm gonna have to see how the heck I'm gonna figure that out. Because I mean, I could do it when I'm adjusting. It's just gonna be a little bit more annoying. But other than that, they have it at the bottom. That's something else different I've noticed. But nonetheless, they went with the same mechanism here that is kind of like stock. So it looks very similar to the stock one as well. And then this is what I was talking to you guys about, where I believe on the Integra budget one might be messed up, and it's just these bearings inside. You can see probably the marks when they press them in. It might have, I guess it's probably not sitting correctly or not adjusted correctly. So also it could change a little bit of the angle of the plate. So I'm going with that as well. But nonetheless, hoping I shouldn't be adjusting this whatsoever in the spring. Everything should be already preset. You guys can see in there, very good tension. Unlike the budget one, which I had to open several times to work on the spring. It could be the spring tension on it that's also throwing it off. So not sure. Definitely something to look into, but don't want to waste time, and I want something to work right off the bat. You guys can see in there, we also have the IAC, which you can block it. And I actually bought a rotational 180 plate, very budget. It's kind of like reminiscent and copy of a Ktuned one, and got it for about 20 bucks or so. So it should be nice little feature, because obviously I am planning to upgrade the fan on the Integra with time, and want more clearance. And you know, obviously it being like this, the IAC points this way, so it doesn't give me a lot of clearance when you have case swaps for the fan. So pointing it this way, same as the EG, will allow me better clearance for stuff like that. But nonetheless, here we have it. I'm going to be holding off a little bit before I compare it with the Integra one, but can't wait. I'm gonna, you know, this is on the way. Probably gonna mount the IAC and all that, and that way, when the time's right, install it back on the car, and then go through all the calibration procedures all over again with the TPS and whatnot. But this right here, I am hoping it will fix my issue. So very excited, and I got it for a good price. So can't wait. All right, everybody, that's going to conclude the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. Just a quick summarize of the video. I show you guys a very informal unboxing of the newer Ktuned 70mm version that Ktuned has, comparing it with the older version that they have, which you can probably still find it in circulation. Just make sure that you annotate the part number, so that way you know exactly which one that you're getting. I am just having a hypothesis here, but looking at both of them and running, you know, about to run both of them, I can tell that, not knocking the newer version, because it looks very good and it feels really good, but the first version that I got, which obviously they upgrade for a reason and they change things because they find better solutions and they fix their previous designs, which, you know, obviously we haven't. If you're buying a newer version of it, it's most likely than none, you know, being fixed or upgraded. But that Ktuned first one that you guys saw on the EG, cosmetic wise, it feels of way better quality than the newer one, if it makes sense. But obviously all these are mass produced, so you know they make the design, send them out overseas, most likely get them mass produced for cheaper, and then they sell them for a lot more. Obviously the only difference is they have a quality control team that are constantly inspecting and making sure and overseeing that the product is up to par to the consumer, which is us. But which you don't get that with the eBay or the knockoff stuff. You know, it's a hit and miss. You might get something that works, you might get something that completely fails. But nonetheless, I am super stoked. I hope this fixes my idle issue. When I drive at first, when I first had the RBC oil pump in it, obviously less revolutions, less air introducing because it's more mass, I guess, that the engine has to compensate for on the rotation of the pump. I had no issues, but then again, I calibrated the TPS how I kind of want it. So I had no issues at all. It was really non-existing. Sometimes I would get to the light and I would forget that the car is actually on. That's how good it was. But over time, it kind of very noticeably just kind of dissipated, and not on its own. It was kind of my fault for calibrating and then wanting to recalibrate back to what I wanted. I was not allowed, just based off the inputs that I'm getting from that. So I'm not sure. It could be the TPS, because I mean, I don't have name brand ones. Those are Dorman aftermarket ones, $40 ones. So I mean, you kind of pay for what you get. But also, I do have a higher class one, which is also cheap, but it's a blocks one, and it was not giving me good readings, which you know, I mean, it could be hit and miss as well, because on the EG here is running beautifully and it's a blocks one, but I also have it paired up with a good known throttle body. So that's my take. That's my shenanigans, my rambling on my nonsense. But nonetheless, guys, thank you guys for watching. I want to thank everybody out there that's watching the video and supporting. I appreciate you guys. I know I'm a small content creator, and I just pretty much compare and, you know, help you guys with what I have in my builds and what I do. I will try to make a little bit more videos, maybe POVs. That's something that I'm been striving for. Obviously, nothing speeding wise, because I don't want to break the law. And you know, you also have to watch out for you know, not to get in trouble, but, you know, I'll try my best to get content and, you know, review for you guys that are interested in knowing, or, you know, are embarking in that journey of the unknown, and, you know, want a little bit more clarification on, you know, parts and what to run, what not, what works and what does. And I try my best to document all my mishaps and, you know, successes as well for you guys. So nonetheless, thank you guys for watching everywhere around the world and for the support. And keep coming back for more Case with Letter content. See you guys.